background, milk in the mind, limit the man, speaking the red, let's build the sail.
Peace. Once again, welcome to Build the Cipher with your host, Master Brown Seed. Today we are on episode 12. Yes, sir. That made him other than his own self, right? The theme today is mental suicides, depression, choices, thoughts, the traumas that pull you away from who you are as a god, as a man, as a king. You know what I mean? We'll be starting off with dealing with your true self, God, or who you are, your true self. Your true self is a man, first of all, because first and foremost, you're a man, right? So your true self is a man. And man only means intelligent. It means master, Allah. Now, master the arm, leg, arm, and your supreme head, God, because that's where it all starts, in the mind of your supreme head. You know what I'm saying? Your true self is a king. Your true self is God, right? Moving in a good, orderly direction, God over devil. You know what I'm saying? Being a generator, an operator, and a destroyer. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are. Being that true self of God. Your true self is power, God. It's balance, it's love, and supreme discipline. Yet, when you move outside that, when your thoughts betray you, when your pain controls you, when your actions don't match your divinity, that's mental suicide. It's mental suicide. When everything is not lining up correctly, it's not going according to living mathematics, it becomes mental suicide, God. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes you other than your own self, God. You know what I mean? This is what makes you other than your own self. Depression and disconnect, right? Depression is not just sadness. It's disconnection from who you know you are supposed to be. When the weight gets heavy, when the world tells you that you are not enough, when trauma makes you numb, you start talking different, you start moving reckless, you stop creating and start collapsing. You know what I mean, God? It's like building or destroy, right? You're either going to be building yourself up or destroying your own self, God. Got to stay in the heavens, God. Heaven and hell is not in the sky, and hell is not in the ground. Heaven and hell is a mind state. Everything starts in the mind. You have to put your mind in the heavenly state of mind, God. When you start collapsing, that's mental suicide. That's your God self being buried alive under pain. You know what I mean? Being buried alive under your own pain, God. It's making you other than your own self. Right? Think about that. It's making you other than your own self. Thoughts that kill the God in you. Right? Things that you say that kills the God in you. You know what I'm saying? That brings down who you are, brother. People go around saying things like, I'm a failure. I'll never get better. What's the point? These ain't just thoughts. These are daggers, God. You're stabbing yourself, God. These are daggers that you're stabbing yourself with, my man. Like pins, man. You gotta pull those pins back out your head because then these pins get stuck in your head, God. Black man, you can't let the pins get stuck in your head. The moment that you believe you are not divine, the moment that you accept defeat as your identity, you disconnect from your own light. That's how you become other than your own self, God. When you disconnect from who you are. There was plenty of times when I was a young man, growing up in society, growing up in the projects, growing up, I was raised a certain way. I had a upbringing of my mother, family. I had family around me. I didn't really have my father around, but I had mother and I had other people around me to support me, grandparents who loved me, and they tried to keep me in a great state of mind. It wasn't until I started going outside and becoming influential to the influence of my other peers. I started disconnecting myself from the morals and the principles that I was taught in my house. I started connecting to the streets and the rules of the street and the codes that they had out there, knowing that this is not the life I was taught. So now I went out there and stopped being myself. I made myself other than my own self. I started doing things that I know wasn't right. But to be out there with your peers and pressure, it caused you to do things, and next thing you know, you all in. You all caught up in the circumference of something that you should have been, or that you should have been. You're caught up in the determined idea of others, not your own idea. You're caught up in Yaku's determined idea instead of being caught up in the 25,000, the wisdom of your own power, and seeing yourself as who you are. You know what I mean? That's mental suicide, God. That's going somewhere and being other than your own self. You know what I'm saying? Before I go on, I always got to give you affirmations. Today's affirmations are, I want you to affirm this. I am not my pain. Well, say it with me. I am not my pain. I am not my past. I am not my past. I'm divine. I am powerful. I am divine and I am powerful. I will return to my righteous self. I will return to my righteous self. Those are the affirmations for today. I want you to put that in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Repeat that to yourself daily. You know what I'm saying? It keep your mind in a positive state of being. You know what I mean? It's always made on the build, on the add-on. Keep adding on to yourself. Never take away from who you are because society says something, because somebody else said something. Don't take other people's recognition of you. Take recognition of yourself, because it all starts with self. When you start to know yourself, you start to love yourself. You start to stand on a stronger foundation of self. You know what I mean? Now we're going to return to the cipher. Return to the cipher. Like I said, the way back to yourself is knowledge. Right? Through the knowledge of yourself, the knowledge of purpose, and through the knowledge of peace. That means speak life when death thoughts show up. The word is bond, and bond is life. Speak life, God, not death. Life and death has no partnership. We live in life, God, and life is worth living. I was always taught, on the 30th day and on the 31st day of the month, you know what I'm saying, you call your brother. Because, the 31st degree says to make double what must one first do. And so you never know what's going on in your brother's mind or your sister's mind, or anybody's mind. We're too busy, rah, 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 what's going on with me? I'm going on, you tell them about your issues, and we want to know what today's mathematics, and that person could be going through something in their mind. It's always good to find out, yo, brother, peace. How you doing? And you're good in your mind? You good in your heart? The family's good? Your children's good? Check up on people. Make sure that they're good. In their mind, that's where it starts at. You know what I mean? You got to reach out when you feel something. You know, when you feel yourself slipping, reach out to somebody. Reach out because you get you a support team. You have to reach out to the people and let them know what's going on with yourself. You know what I mean? Practice silence when your emotions want war. It's good to always practice silence when your emotions want war. You know what I mean? Return to your state of being, and if you ever forget who you are, remember, God don't quit, God builds, and God resurrects, right? When you act other than yourself, check the cipher. Correct it, rebuild it, and own it. This is Master Brown Sheep. Want you to subscribe, hit that like button, share with other people who's going through something in life. You know, I want to give love and respect to all the people who's not here because of things that happen in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like brother from the Outlaws, he just passed, committed suicide. I think his name was Young Noble, if I'm correct. If I'm not, you know, my error, but you know, my mind is not always on names. I can't remember names good, but I know he's passed from committing suicide, going through something better. You gotta check on your people, God. And always remember, build the cipher. Peace. Your brother, Master Brown Seed.